What up, figure freaks? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Doing another action figure review. Today we're doing the GI Joe Classified retro carded Courtney Cover Girl Krieger. So yeah, love these retro carded figures. I love these little info cards on the back. I kind of do wish that it was a little more complete and not just the same shit written over in different languages, but I guess you got to appease French people. Even though I've never seen a GI, I've been to France twice in the last 3 years and never saw GI Joes. So, anyways, yeah, I went to Smith's in like Lyon and Paris and just nothing. Lots of Marvel Legends, but anyways, let's look at this card back here. We got her with some long blonde hair, which is kind of how she appears early on, but we'll get into her appearance later. We got her role, armored fighting vehicle driver. Primary specialty is armor and secondary specialty is AFV mechanics. She's kind of, I guess, labeled a tank jockey, if that makes sense. I think that's what they say about her. Birthplace Peoria, Illinois. And then it says Cover Girl was a high fashion model before growing disillusioned and enlisting to put new direction in her life. Her phenomenal mechanical repair and driving skills reduce most people to stuttering fools, even more so than her stunning good looks. All right, we got the rest of the wave down here. We got the Televiper, and we got Flint, which I actually picked up at a local comic book shop, which I'm going to show you right here. And I do like to cut these out, just so you know, and because knowing's half the battle. And then on the front side of the box, we got all her accessories. Let's check it out here. We got a nice little wrench, the sledgehammer. We got the two kind of standard guns. We got swappable heads, which we're gonna have to check out the head of the previous offering. Maybe have to do some swappy. We got the black stand with the double pegs, and then we got the swappable fists to go with those C-grips. Let's open this bad girl up. It sounded bad. I just had one minor complaint. One bad thing about these newer kind of thicker cards is they're double paneled, right? So you pull this plastic thing out and you got this over here. So there's kind of a wedge here, and it's thicker on this side but thinner on this side. So when you're cutting this out, if you do that, just make sure you're ready for that. And it also makes it so it's kind of a bit messy on the back side, but whatever, you know. I still do it and I still keep them. All right, out of the box, let's look at these accessories real quick. We got the wrench, looking pretty nice there. We got the little black area of the claw that'll move around, that shifts by, you know, doing this thing. Yeah, it's a wrench. It's got the kind of teal paint. It's a little bent out of shape, but once we get it in hand, it won't matter. Then we got the sledgehammer, nice chromed gunmetal and the sleds, and then we got the black handles and the orange in between there. Very nice. Then we got the rifle, which is kind of the standard G.I. Joe rifle that you see in the cartoon, and they're just trying to emulate a lot of that. Looks pretty cool though. I do like it. It seems like they're stepping up their game. You know, we got the gunmetal chromio here and the black matte paint on the rest of the gun. Looks pretty nice. And then we got the pistol, all black, just monochromatic. It's got the little silencer, like the built-in silencer on it. Looks pretty awesome, actually. I like this. Then we got the little black stand. It's got the G.I. Joe star on it, the 2 pegs. We got those swappable fist hands. And then we got the swappable head with the hat, which I do like this a lot. The Pitts Garage. Got some grease stains up there. She's a grease monkey. She's got the kind of the messy braided hair. Very nice. I like it. And then we got the supermodel cover girl smile with the long flowing blonde hair. Very nice looking. Huge update from what we got previously. Yeah, we don't talk about that, do we? That or that ridiculous falcon head. We'll just go through this real quick. Little bit of pivot there. She looks down about that much. Doesn't look up that much. We have the swivel at the waist as well as a little pivot. And I think the swivel's up here at the chest. Maybe not. On the shoulder, goes up, goes all the way around. We got the double jointed elbows. Pinless, of course. And then we got the pivots, which is at the base of the palm here on the side. Kind of gun-wielding pivot. And then the twist, of course. Trigger finger. We got the hips. She does a pretty good splits. Got those drop downs that pop back up. Thigh cut. Double jointed knee. And we got a boot cut. And then of course we got that tilt, as well as the pivot on that ankle rocker. Like the paint. So, you know, there's, I guess there's a little drama with her appearance. You know, the first figure we got through Classified, people were like, what the hell? She's supposed to be hot. And she looks like a fucking alien. Here, I'll bring her in here just to check her out. Look at that. I mean, I guess you could, I don't know. It just looks like she got like a botched surgery. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Come on. Like, that's not good. But I do like the buck for that. In the cartoon series, when she first appeared, she appeared like this with the long blonde hair and the green. But then the figure came out, the American Hero figure, and the figure had shorter, cut brown hair and the brown jacket and kind of a similar outfit, but different colors. Here you got more of a brown aesthetic, I guess. Just a different tone. So they redesigned her in the cartoon to match the toy, because after all, you know, this is about selling toys. And we'll get more into that stuff in a little bit. But then later, for like Arise Serpentor Arise, and then the movie with the Cobra Law, all that shit, she's in the background looking like this again. So, interesting stuff. The original toy, she came out in 1983, which was, I think, the second wave overall. And they really went gangbusters with that second wave. So G.I. Joe started in 82, and then in 83 they did a second wave. I'll go through the figures because we have all of the figures from that wave, which is pretty cool. But some of the vehicles, just so you know, well, I'm just gonna kind of give you guys a better look at this while I'm blabbing here. But the APC, the big like transporter, whatever. That thing was fucking rad. I wanted that so bad, but I couldn't get it. The Fang Copter, which is my favorite vehicle of all time, and I did get that. I swindled my mother into buying it for me with Major Blood, and I love the Fang Copter, man, with the rotors that spun, and you had the little skis with the pegs so you could stand like a couple other bad guys on the skis and those little red missiles. Awesome. The Hiss, the Dragonfly, and the Sky Striker, and there's a few others, but those are just the notable ones. So yeah, and I'll show pictures of those right now. This is just to show you what I was talking about with the suit change and the hair color change. And more current look. All right. I'm going to just keep blabbing while she's on the turntable. I got her in a nice position, as I'm sure you guys will all agree. But yeah, this is a nice looking figure. Not to even say for a female figure, like she's pretty. Like I want to marry her. I want to divorce my wife and marry CoverGirl because she's looking hot. You know, is anyone thinking about that movie Grandma's Boy right now? Because, well, maybe I should stop for a second. No, okay, I'll keep going. But yeah, just a super solid looking figure. Compared to like Lady J, like I think the Lady J figure that we got is just horrible. It's fucking wretched. Probably almost on the same level of horribleness as the first offering of CoverGirl. But one thing I did find out though, and which I didn't know, is, well, hey there, you like bald chicks with weird things on their heads? I found out that you don't just have to swap the whole head, you can swap the hair too, and I didn't know that. So you can take this head. So if you wanted, like, let's say the braided hair, I thought you had to kind of, I don't know, you just had to stick with the, you had to commit to like the kind of pouty looking face, which is what she was originally on. But no, you can swap the hair, so let's try that. I wish I could swap the hair with the other figure, but there we got that. A little more serious look with the long blonde hair. Again, these head sculpts are very nice. You know, and then you got fucking Joan Rivers popping in here. Oh, hey everybody! Just kidding, she's dead. I love Joan Rivers. So yeah, looking pretty good. Just some other stuff about this lady. CoverGirl was voiced by Libby Aubrey back during the Sunbow days. She was a big voice talent, but now, well, more recently in Resolute, she was voiced by Gray Delisle, who does F-ton of voices. First appearance in G.I. Joe Real American Hero comic books was number 16, and she also appeared in, like, I think it's the IDW and some of the Devil's Due stuff. First appearance in the Sunbow cartoon was an episode in season 1 called 20 Questions. So let's bring out some comparable figures. What I'm doing is I'm just doing the whole line, and what I want to do also is talk about the Wolverine, which was a vehicle that I really wanted as a kid, and I remember that commercial where it was like going up against the Hiss, but the Hiss kind of overpowered it. So yeah, but I really like the Wolverine with all those missiles. It just looks super cool. Let's do some comparisons. All right, so we got here the Wolverine from A Real American Hero. Here's the box. And then here's CoverGirl in the Wolverine. She's about to blow off her own head, it looks like, but still just a cool looking vehicle. And then up ahead, we got a 1/12 scale that's on Etsy. So I don't know if you want to spend $325+ on a GI Joe Classified scale Wolverine, but there it is. Oh yeah, I like how you wear your belt. Oh, hey guys, nothing. Let's zoom out here and let's get into some comparisons real quick. Turn her around. I do really like the hat with the smiley face. It just looks so cute. I don't know. I'm sure I'll swap the hair and the head like 25 times before I figure out what I want to commit to, but for now we'll go with that. First, we're going to bring out that old CoverGirl. These are the two looks. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about with the Wolverine. So I just wonder, we got two offerings. Now, it's of course, there's money to be made, so we could always get a third version of CoverGirl. Maybe we could get her like this, but with a better head sculpt. And maybe slightly better hair. This hair's not bad, but just mixed with the face and this little like kind of pull back here, it just god damn, what did you guys do? I just wonder, will we get a Wolverine? And I specifically want a Wolverine, but what would we get with it? CoverGirl, maybe another Shipwreck, because it seemed like CoverGirl was kind of teaming up with Shipwreck. Maybe a bad guy, I don't know. But I think a Wolverine is a must-have. So, let's hope, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. I think I can pop this head off. I'm going to try to swap heads here. Oh my god, the head's not coming off. What? I can't get it off, guys. Oh my god. Well, I mean, fuck. There we go. Oh no. Look what I did. Dun 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 dun. Come to mother. Durka durka durka. All right, so still working on this peg with the needle nose, but I got the head kind of resting on the neck. It seems like it's down there a little bit too much. I don't know. I feel like it should be like with that ball, it should be up here like this. It looks kind of weird. She almost looks like she's like 10 years old. From the neck up, that is. But like, I don't know. It just looks weird. Like she's like got this like chubby little neck under there. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But still working on this. I'm going to keep trying and then we will carry on. All right, so I couldn't get that ball joint out of this head. So double ball joint going into the neck, it was stuck in the head. It's gonna take some heat, so I'll have to bust out the blow dryer. I'm just not gonna do that right now. Still, I mean, this is a good figure. It's just that head is just grotesque. There's something going on. Like, I don't know why we got this and then the Falcon head in the same wave. I mean, they fucked up two like kind of important figures, just important to the lore. So, I guess they're getting some do-overs, and that's good. It's just would have been nice if they got it right the first time, because this is a nice figure. But it's good to have both versions. I just was hoping that I could do an easy head swap here, but that's not the case. We'll get to that later. Let's put this little lady in the back here, and we're gonna bring out the whole 1983 wave. All right, here we got all the Joes from the same wave as COCER GURL, as with the Wolverine, as well as like the Sky Striker, Dragonfly, the Fang, the Hiss, the APC, and a few other things. But what a great wave, you know. It came from like a first wave that had mostly like green guys and a ninja and one lady, and then you get this, and it's just like you get an airborne guy, you get the medic and Doc, you get the big old heavy machine gunning Marine and Gung Ho. One of my favorite characters. I don't really like this figure, but then you get a winter guy and Snow Job with skis, which was like, when I was a kid, I was like, oh shit. And, also we got Torpedo with the fins, underwater guy. So just like Snow Job, I was like, I have to have that. So the skis and the fins, or the flippers, I had to have. But I ended up getting Tripwire first when I was a kid. We got the mine detector guy. So pretty awesome wave. And then you got COCER GURL with an awesome vehicle. Only can hope that we get a Wolverine. And I think it's coming. I think it's coming. So yeah, that's it for the Joes. Let's bring in some Cobras. All right, to wrap it up, we got the rest of the class of 1983, the second wave of G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero, represented here in classified form. We got the Cobra Commander. That's Cobra Commander to you. And then, of course, we've got Destro. And we've got Major Blood. Oh, Cobra, retreat! Because I'm a cowardly fucking piece of Aussie pussy. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so we got some of the top brass here for Cobra. Probably the top three guys during that second wave. I guess top only three, because the only other ones we had were officers and infantry guys, and Baroness didn't show up till the 84 line, which was the next wave coming up. So this figure, I can't say an 8, but I'll do a 7.5. I really think it's a strong figure. Maybe an 8. No. All right, 7.5. And yeah, it's really awesome with the swappable heads. I do love the smiley face here with the hat, looking gorgeous. The weaponry is pretty cool. I wish they could have done more with the pistol, because the old pistol, she got some silver gunmetal back here. She got the same gun, but it was all black, so a little bit of downgrade there. But I do like the wrench and the sledge. So pretty nice figure. It's going to 7.5. I want to give her more, but 7.5 is all I got. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.